Welcome back, everyone. J-Bone here for Smash This Podcast. Oh my God, people. I really don't even know where the hell to start with this. We got debuts from men and women. We got people coming back from the dead. We got debuts from New Japan. Just absolutely ridiculous. I am exhausted. I am absolutely exhausted. The last 5 minutes of the pay-per-view, I had freaking goosebumps again. I was like, oh, here we go. Here they come again. Yeah, what a show, man. What a show. And I'll tell you what, I don't care what anybody says. This pay-per-view opened up a lot of eyes tonight. A lot of eyes. Could it be a game changer? Maybe not immediately, but in the long run, absolutely. Absolutely. It'll be interesting to see. I mean, and I don't really give a shit about ratings, but it'll still be interesting to see what happens over the next few weeks. Let's just talk about what we're getting this Wednesday. And I'm sure we're getting more than this. We're getting Moxley versus Suzuki. We're not getting that on a pay-per-view, folks. We're getting this on TV. Oh my God, we're getting the Dynamite debut of Ruby Soho. I don't think it's going to be in ring, but we're going to see her. We're going to see her. We're getting Dustin Rhodes versus Malachi Black. And I'm sure we're going to get a whole lot more than that. In fact, that face-off at the end of the pay-per-view might be what we're getting sooner rather than later. The Elite versus Team, shall we say, American Dragon. But before we dive into this, folks, you know what to do. Smash that like button, smash that sub button, ring that bell for notifications. If you're Team Twitch, you can cheer bits, you can sub. Because actually, you know what? Let me remind you, folks, in the Team Twitch, it is September. September, folks. Save 20% on new monthly subs and gift subs for a limited time. So take advantage of that, folks. Great way to save some money and help support one of your favorite podcasts. If you're watching on Team YouTube, you can certainly sub, smash that like button, like I said. You can also tip one of your favorite podcasts. You can light up that super chat with the super stickers and all that stuff. I'm going to be working on those very soon. Or if you're listening audio, you can hit that support button on anchor.fm/smash this podcast. All right. Wow. Like I said, where the hell do you start with this? Even had to give myself a little kick, little caffeine water. Caffeine water. How's everyone doing tonight? Hope you're well. Hope you're all exhausted like me after watching that amazing show. Man. Yeah, Joey Z, damn good show tonight. Hell yeah. Caretaker in the chat says the pre-show was even pretty damn good as well. Well, that's the thing. It was cool that they included them, you know, because these guys do get a pop, and that's one thing you want to do is not just throw something you don't care about on the pre-show, like some other companies Some other companies do. He's like, oh, we don't really care about our tag division. Let's throw them on there. No, that's not what the pre-show is for. You put some good shit on the pre-show so that people buy the show. That's what it's for, right? So put people on there who are going to get a pop. Matt Hardy's going to get a pop. Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus, Jurassic Express is going to get a pop. Orange Cassidy is going to get a pop. Get people out of their seats. It's smart business, folks. It's smart. Primetime says he was losing his freaking voice. Right? My favorite nephew said it all right here. Good old Vinnie Mac could suck it. They're probably having trouble picking him off the floor right now. Right? Bell's Boy says pay-per-view of the year. Zach said he needs a J-Bone emote. Patience, brother. Patience. Patience. Stuff's coming. Stuff's coming. Just got to find the time to do it. All right. Well, let's just start at the top and get through this. I don't plan on being here all night like the pay-per-view was. That was a long show. I mean, I set this to go live an hour ago. Let's not be let's not kid ourselves. That was a long show, but it was damn good. I'm not complaining about that, but could you imagine if I was sitting here in this seat for 4 hours and then had to do that? No, I'm sorry, folks. I knew this was going to be a long one. And with as much pain as I've been in lately, I'm like, there's no way I'm going to make it through the night in this office chair. So I'm going to be as cozy as possible, dealing with everything, enjoying myself. And I had to check on the stream a couple times. We were sharing it with Patrons over on the TNI Discord. Thank you for those who made that possible. Greatly appreciated. War Dogs here says AEW's on fire. Yes, truth. Bell's Boy already with the hot question. Okay, question, folks. J-Bone with Punk, Malachi, Adam Cole, baby, Ruby, Bryan, and Andrade now, all elite. What do you think the guys and gals who've been busting their humps since day one are going to feel? Everyone's going to get a boost from this. Everyone's going to get a boost from this. I mean, are they going to be able to put the entire card on every show? No. But that's what Elevation and Dark is for, to keep them busy, to keep them employed, because they are still important. It's honestly, look, here's real talk, folks, whether you want to think about it this way or not. Okay? Him hiring all these people, it's good business. I know some people look at that and say, oh, he's just spending his papa's money. AEW had a tremendous start between 2 to 3 years ago. They had a great start, good foundation. Okay? They are making new stars while recreating other ones who maybe didn't have a fair shake somewhere else. So it's all new in front of the eyes of the public. Okay? Think about it. And I'm just gonna compare it to up north, as much as you probably don't want to hear it. That's what main event is for. That's what the old Sunday night heat. That's what dark matches are for. keeps people busy, keeps them working, even if they're not on top. And then you go through X amount of feuds, and it's like, okay, it's time for someone fresh. Bring up so-and-so for main event. Put other people down in main event, or put people down in NXT. Circulate them. It's the same thing, only different. Whether you want to admit it or not, it's the same thing. You can't. Not everybody can be up here, you know? But bringing in all these new faces is going to bring more eyes to the product, hopefully. But also, real talk is there's only X amount of wrestling fans out there. You know? You look at the numbers of everyone who watches wrestling every week. It's between 2 to 3 million, if that. And they're all separated on different brands. Some watch this bunch of brands. Some watch this bunch of brands. Some watch them all. Some watch one or two. But it's all the same fans. You hope that doing this can bring some old faces back, but it's not going to happen overnight. Is it ever going to get up to that 5 to 10 million mark again like it was back in the Attitude Era? No. It would take something, it would take a hand of God to do something like that. It's not going to happen. So look, you know, it's the same but different, you know? So. All right, let's dive into this. So that was just my professional podcasting opinion. There, I got it in. Pre-show, Team Orange Cassidy versus House of Hardy, or whatever it's called. I can never remember. It's not something that rolls off the tongue. It's just Matt Hardy and his goons, you know. It was a fun match, you know, where everybody got their shit in, you know, crowd popped, you know. So Orange Cassidy, Yuta, Sexy Chuck E.T., and Jurassic Express, which was, well, Marq was stunned, but he wasn't like in the match. He was just there. Well, he got a couple moves in, I think. Hardy Family Office. Yeah, see, that doesn't flow off the tongue. Thank you, Bell's Boy. Thank you, Bell's Boy. I'll have to like tattoo that on my forehead, you know, something. I don't know. So every time I look in the mirror, aha, there it is. Then the mirror will break. And then you had a Jurassic Express. You had Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus. On the other side, you had Matt Hardy, of course. And party time. No, what the hell are they called? Damn. Jiminy Christmas. I watched some of it, okay, damn it. But we had the Butcher come black. Private Party. Thank you, Critical Stings. Hey, there he is. Critical. Private Party, and thank you, Violet. And TH2. See, I got that one. H2O, T, whatever it was, TH2. And Armin, you're not helping. Private Hardy Office Party. Well, that's actually cute. And no, I'm not writing that on my forehead. But yeah, this was a lot of fun. Orange, you know, Orange Cassidy, of course, gets lots of pops. THQ. What? Yeah, it's just a lot of fun. Like I said, it's just one of those where everybody gets their shit in. Keep an eye on that kid Yuta. I mean, he's been around for a while, but I'm really glad that they brought a guy like him in because he was just getting lost in the Indies, MLW. I don't know what the hell's going on with MLW. Apparently, they're doing something real big soon, but it's whatever it is. It's not going to include Wheeler Yuta. Good shit. Good shit. Lots of fun. Team Orange Cassidy wins, and then they get the beatdown from the Butcher comes back. And I looked once in a while, and I know he was in the hospital. And like I always said, we don't have to know everything that's going on out there. Some stuff is just kept private. But I never heard what was wrong with him. I don't know if it was COVID related or did he strain something? Did he tweak something? I never heard. So, but nonetheless, I love the Butcher. He's a big badass guy, and him and the Blade are a great underrated tag team. So great to see him back. ML who? Right, Critical? What women's division in MLW? Well, yeah, I'm sure he was hurt. I just didn't know what. I just saw a few pictures from, a hospital scene with him in a hospital gown and then never heard what, but still was hoping he was, coming back. Several months, though. 7, 8, 9 months, whatever it was. Glad he's back. Glad he's back. Then on to the main show here. Oof. Hang on, folks. Here we go. We're starting out hot. The TNT title. Miro defending against Eddie Kingston. Now, I'll admit, I didn't pay as much attention to this first one as I could have. I was just getting done with dinner, just getting cozy. So I missed some of this, but from what I saw, it was a lot of fun. A lot of just these two just telling the story back and forth, slugging it out. Good slobber knocker. Miro just, damn. Miro's just looking better and better. Just looking better and better. And Eddie Kingston, damn, he's tough. And I really thought we were going to see Lana tonight. I really thought, we were going to get maybe Lana, a little bit of interference from the other side of the barrier when the ref wasn't looking, and all of a sudden, oh, Lana's here, or CJ Perry or whatever, Miro's hot Russian wife. I don't know what you're going to call her. Like Carl Anderson's hot Asian wife. I don't know. I thought, I'm not upset. I just was like, hey, we're going to knock it out of the park tonight. Let's do like 3, 4 new people and just wow the world. And I really thought Lana was going to be one of them because she was free agent as of a few days ago. But they might save something like that for Dynamite or whatever. Or maybe she doesn't. Maybe she's not ready. Maybe she's got other stuff going on. Who knows? We don't, I don't keep that close eye on her because God knows I'd probably lose my wife in the process. So, well, yeah, Wild Style. That's where they live. Is right there, I think. But wait, Lana's from. Well, she's from another country though. I'm pretty sure. Styles is in the chat. What is up, brother? How you doing? But anyways, no Lana. Great match. Great match to kick off this main card here. Miro defends successfully. No shame in losing to a badass like Miro. He wins with a high kick to the face. In the face. Violet says she's from the same place as him. Yeah, so Bulgaria, Mother Russia, somewhere over there. Somewhere across the way from Alaska, if you will. Kojima versus Mox. Jon Moxley next. Jon Moxley comes out with a GCW hoodie on, which prompted the crowd to congratulate him on his big world championship win last night in GCW. Apparently he beat the one Matt Cardona. Always ready. Guess he wasn't ready. He wasn't ready for Mox. So then a lot of people are saying, well, of course that's going to set up the big fight with the GCW Nick Gage, excuse me. There's all these wrestlers with the rhyming names. Page, Gage, Cage, all on a different stage. I know I'm showing my age. Please don't rage. But yeah, so Moxley comes out with the GCW hoodie on, pops the crowd, and has just a slobber knocker. I mean, I really enjoyed Kojima's stuff at Impact Wrestling. The short time he was there, I felt like he could have done another match or two, but it is what it is. I'll take it. It's something different, something good. Certainly didn't stink up the joint. Caretaker's a poet and he didn't know it. Oh, jeez. But yeah, Mox wins this one. And I didn't know if Mox was going to win this one. I didn't want to assume anything. But this was a damn good match. This is one of those where, the door's swinging both ways. New Japan people are coming over here and there. AEW people going to New Japan, or at least on Strong for now, which is still not a bad thing. Even if it only is on Strong. So, but yeah, he beats Kojima. And then all of a sudden, we get I've seen a few Suzuki matches, but I'm not going to sit here and tell you I'm the biggest Suzuki fan. My time watching New Japan is fairly limited. I watch some of the really bigger shows depending on, what's going on, who's on them. Back in the day when, the Bullet Club consisted of AJ and the Bucks and all those guys. And I remember watching Suzuki's return when he came in with Suzuki Goon or Gun or whatever it was called, his stable with Lance Archer and a bunch of guys. And that was fun. That invasion was fun. So that really, that opened up my eyes to was like, wow, who is this guy? He looks like an absolute just psycho with his, hair, the marks carved in his head. I was like, what is going on with this guy? And I hadn't seen him in a long time. I really haven't seen much New Japan stuff. And now he just walked through the door and he arrives here in AEW. Now, I know he also got announced for some indie shows. Couldn't tell you what it was for. Probably GCW or something, but there's a few different ones. And I don't know who he's facing, but I know I saw his face on a few posters. So I can't wait to see what he does with Moxley. Suzuki versus Moxley. And Moxley is getting that in his hometown. Crazy. I thought we were going to have to wait till some big pay-per-view or special or whatever. No, we're getting it this Wednesday. It's less than a week away, folks. Suzuki versus Mox. Jiminy Christmas. Hold on to your butts, folks. AEW is really going to start cranking out some good stuff here. We get the women's title match. Britt Baker, a DMD. I think she stole my gimmick. No, I'm kidding. Versus Kris Statlander. Britt Baker, of course, with Rebel and Jamie Hayter. Kris Statlander out there with Orange Cassidy. Great to see that at least, someone from that crew went out with her to help even the odds a little bit. So, but yeah, this was a good match. Kris Statlander couldn't get it done. Britt Baker, man, she is just over like a rover. She really is. She's supposed to be the big heel, and that crowd is just. I mean, she's got that. She's the heel that everybody loves. It's kind of like when Hogan turned and he became like the cool thing, with the start of the NWO. And instead of booing him, everybody was cheering him. The bad guys were cool. Like the bad guys were the good guys, and the good guys were don't care about them, Britt Baker, I'm not saying she has that much star power. I'm just saying it feels similar to that concept. You see what I'm saying? So Violet says, wasn't Wheeler out there too? Well, he came out on the stage with Chuck Taylor, but it was only Orange Cassidy that walked down with her. I'm pretty sure. At least I don't think he was out there. But I'm pretty sure it was just Orange Cassidy that walked down with her. I'd have to go check again, but I'm pretty sure. But anyways, oh man. But yeah, Britt Baker wins here. Kris Statlander, I saw someone saying that Kris Statlander still looked good even though she lost. Yeah, I absolutely. Absolutely. She is one of my faves. I'm glad she's back, and I'm glad she's healthy, and I'm glad she could still, pull off a match like this. So it doesn't matter if she's working an AAW show in Chi-Town or something like this for a big stage. She looks like $1 million. She looks really good. So, next we've got the cage match. This was intense, guys. This was absolutely intense. Oh, excuse me. Lucha Bros with a hell of an entrance. I mean, this just felt big. I mean, this really felt like a big fight feel. You get your entourage out there with you, and everybody's, bouncing around to the entrance music. That's what this felt like. It just felt big. And of course, the Young Guns with their whole squad out there just looking. I mean, you never know what the Young Bucks are going to come out looking like, but they still look like stars. And Nick Jackson, my God, he had like the Steiner blonde mustache. It was great. I was cracking up laughing. At first, I thought he shaved his stash and all, going down into his beard. But no, he dyed his beard dark and dyed his mustache like a darker blonde, like Steiner. And I was like, oh my God. I'm like, if he starts doing some Steiner math or something, I'm going to just fall on the damn floor dying. But I love the Young Bucks. They crack me up. They're such good heels. So good. This cage match, I'm a little surprised. I mean, I'm glad no one got hurt horribly. I mean, well, with the exception of Pentagon needing a pint of blood by the end of this. Caretaker, no Steiner promos, no. Okay. No Steiner math. Duly noted. We did get a couple moves off the top towards the end. I'm glad there wasn't like just a barrage of them, because that just gets it's too dangerous. Well, and I'm pretty sure one, if not both, of the Young Bucks said they couldn't do a match like that ladder match a couple years ago again, because that was just insane. So this was a lot of fun. Had a lot of crashes into the side of the cage. Even Pentagon sliding down, getting stuck between the apron and the cage, which I kind of thought that was going to happen, because that cage is not like one of those normal cages that fits tight against the ring apron on the outside, so that there's not a lot of give between the rope and the cage. This almost had that big Hell in a Cell feel, because it goes out about a foot. Feels like it goes out at least almost a foot from the apron. Not a lot of space. Not a lot of space to like walk through there, but you can get, it's got some give, so you can get stuck in there. So that there is some space between the ropes and the cage, for falling or crashing, and it just looks a little more like a little more give, a little more chance for some you got some slack in there, I guess you could say. I don't know. But yeah, Pentagon, my God, they really went old school with this, and they even said that rivalry when these two met like 5 or 6 years ago in PWG. So this rivalry goes back, and it goes back to the beginning of AEW too, except like I said in the predictions, it was for a different prize. Those tag team championships were the AAA championships, and they hot potatoed those a little bit. Went back and forth a little. So, but this was nuts. And like I said, Matt even went old school, busted out the old PWG shoe with the tacks on the bottom, and then just drove it into Pentagon's face. And his face was just, I feel bad for his family. His little girls came out there at the end of the match, and they gave their dad a hug, and they were just covered in blood, and they were crying, and then mom just quick shooed them away towards the back, and it was like, oh geez. But because at first I was like, oh, what a moment, and then it was like the same breath, half a second later, I was like, oh, those poor kids. What a beautiful oh, scarred for life. It's like, but this was a big moment for the Lucha Bros. Think about it. their first time in the U.S. in front of a TV audience was Lucha Ground between 6 to 7 years ago. Crazy how far they've come since then. So over the course of 4 seasons of Lucha Underground, and then they hit the indies as hard as they possibly could. Just nuts. Just nuts. So good. And so this was a really big moment. You know, it's one thing to get signed by this company and be stars and sell merch and get figs and all that. But this was absolutely a huge moment for them. So props to them. I'm so happy for them. Look at that. Zach Bonifer with the Lucha Underground. Oh, goodness. Yeah, the Lucha Underground emotes. Good stuff. Good stuff. Still one of the best shows in the last decade. Caretaker. Man, I hope Pentagon's getting paid well. Oh, I'm sure he is. I'm sure he is. But yeah, he and his brother are absolutely one of the best tag teams in the world right now. And now they got the belts, the gold, to prove it. So, tremendous win. We have brand new AEW tag team belt holders, championship holders, the Lucha Bros. Good stuff. The women's casino battle royal, a lot of fun. My winner, who I picked last night, I believe I picked Anna Jay. Don't quote me on that. I was trying to remember while I was watching, and I didn't remember till almost the end. But Anna Jay got, she was like one of the first, 10 to go or something like that, number 10 or something. I started writing down the numbers, and then, you get about 3/4 of the way through, and you just lose track. It's what always happens to me. A quick go through the names, though. Clubs, first group out. Hikaru Shida, Chicago's own Sky Blue. Great to see her. Even sadly, she was the first to go, but it's still a moment for her to go out on a show like this. That's great. She got a little pop. Emi Sakura, the Bunny, and Abaddon looking absolutely freaking terrifying with that punk rock blood red mohawk. Just terrifying. Diamond's out next. Anna Jay was my pick. Kiera Hogan. Kylan King. I'm still working on that one. I haven't seen much of her, but that was one of the new hires after they left Florida, along with Fuego and a couple others. Diamante and Nyla Rose to round up the Diamonds. The Hearts are next. Thunder Rosa, Penelope Ford, Rio, Big Swole, and Jamie Hayter. And then the Spades wrapping it up. Ty Conti, Red Velvet, Layla Hirsch, Jade Cargill, and Rebel. And the Joker, Ruby Soho, was one of the surprises of the show tonight, even though it was one of the worst kept secrets. A few of these tonight were the worst kept secrets, but still, it's fun, because it's like they're going to show up, but you're still not 100% sure. It's like 99.999, So the final three going into the end here was Nyla Rose, Thunder Rosa, and Ruby Soho. Nyla was tossed out. down to Thunder Rosa and Ruby, and Ruby is your winner. She was so excited, she hugged the ref, and which was a cute moment. Yeah, she was emotional. She got a hell of a pop. They were chanting her name before she came out. So yeah, she was emotional. Good moment for her. She wasn't my pick because I didn't think they were going to give it to her immediately, but they did. So it's all right. So Ruby, Soho is your winner. And yes, she did get the Rancid song. It's classic. I'm going to have to check that out sometime. I don't listen to much punk, but if I do, I'm going to check out something like that. Maybe I'll check out some Misfits. Something different. I'm always up for checking out new stuff. Even if it's new old stuff. Critical Sting. Kiera got the Leo Rush special tonight. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. Yeah. Caretaker says that whole album from Rancid is great. All right, I'll take your. Out come the Wolves. All right, I'll remember that. You know what? I'm gonna quick write that down. Thank you. Rancid. Out come the Wolves. I'll turn that on while I'm working on some stuff outside tomorrow. Sounds like something good to. Oh, Charles, I'm sorry for your loss, man. Sorry for your loss. Oh, so yeah, lots of losses lately. Sad. Very, very sad. Very sad. All right. Back to this. We got Billy. I forget his last name, but Billy from Fozzy out on the stage doing the Jericho intro for Jericho's hopefully not his last match. Was getting emotional during this. No. Not really. You're welcome, Selfie King. You're welcome. MJF getting the one of the biggest boos of the evening when people thought that Jericho was doing a classic countdown Y2J entrance, and then the music switched and went into his, and he came out just looking extravagant in that robe. And that was oof. MJF, what a guy. So yeah, I was really hoping tonight that Chris Jericho was gonna win, because then it would have made tomorrow feel a whole lot different. If you're wondering what I'm talking about, I'm actually going to see Fozzy tomorrow night in a club just south of here. Well, it's probably closer to the Illinois border than I think, but it's nonetheless south of here. So a buddy of mine texted me the other night. He's like, "Hey, did you hear Fozzy's coming to town?" And I was actually live at the time, and I never responded to him. And he's texted me, and he's texted me, and he's texted me. And by the end of the texts and one voicemail that I missed later, I found out that my buddy Dino bought me Fozzy tickets. So that's where I'm going to be tomorrow night, is seeing Fozzy live with, who are the opening bands? Through Fire and Royal Bliss. Love me some Royal Bliss. Good stuff. Good stuff. Yes, yes, Bell's boy. I am absolutely going to be careful. I'll be the one hiding in the corner of the club with my mask on. I'm not going to lie. I am a little nervous, but my friend and I have not gone out and done anything in a long time. And he's careful too. He knows how scary it is out there. So no, I mean, who knows? I mean, we're probably going to be the only ones with masks on in the place. Who knows? But yeah, we'll be careful. We'll be careful. So, but yeah, looking forward to that. So we'll do maybe a late night concert review for a jacked up jukebox Tuesday morning or something. Who knows? Who knows? Selfie King says, make sure you jump Jericho. Oh no. LOL JK. Yeah, no jumping. No jumping Jericho. I don't care how much Grey Goose he's had before he hits the stage. I'm not jumping him. Y'all crazy. So, but yeah, good match between these guys. I mean, it was probably one of the matches. I mean, it was still a very important match on the card because it was basically putting the period at the end of the sentence, or the exclamation point at the end of this feud, or in some cases, depending on who won, the nail in the coffin. And, but as far as matches wise, we've seen this one a few times, so I probably wasn't excited for this, but it was still a good match. They told a decent story. And then, of course, there was a little swerve at the end there where, they finished the match and everyone was like, boo. And then the other ref came out there and said, oh no, you made a mistake. You didn't see him. He actually, had his foot on the ropes, so because, the announcers, the commentary was losing it. They're like, no, not like this, so. Caretaker says, get a Rufus chant going at the concert. Oh, man. That'd be wild. I don't know if my buddy knows who that is. He knows some wrestling, but I don't know if he knows who that is. He'd probably look at me like, what are we chanting? Okay. That'd be funny. Maybe I'll do that. I'm going to be sober, so I don't know. Might have to get a few beers in me in order to do that. No, I really don't feel like drinking, but we'll see. That's funny. But yeah, Jericho after the match restarts, does get the win. And then he celebrates with Inner Circle in the ring. They all come out there and they're giving him hugs and high fives and raising their hands and everything. So this really does put a big. I mean, it's like I said, this feud has gone on for a long time. So, but it was a fun one. This went on for what, a year? Something like that. I mean, it's been one of the biggest feuds during this pandemic. Oh, there's that P word. And one of the more fun ones, had all sorts of crazy gimmick matches and whatever. So, oh, Rufus? It's one of those. I don't know. Selfie King says, if I ever go to a wrestling event, I'm having a sign that says J-Bone 5150. No, if you're going to do that, have a sign that says smash this podcast and hold up a big logo. This one right here. This logo right here in the corner. Big sign. That logo. I'll send you one. It is Ralphus. Okay. Rufus, Ralphus, Rutabaga, whatever. It's all great. Although if I start a Rutabaga chant at a Fozzy concert, they might hit me in the face with the mic stand. So. But anyways, good win here for Jericho. So I can celebrate tomorrow night. I can fake cry at the front of the stage and say, "You're not quitting wrestling, thank you." And then he'll giggle and hit me in the face with the mic stand. J-Bone bangs for bits. Now, Zach Bonifer, I'm not that big of a slut. I am a retired slut. All right? Let's get that straight. CM Punk. I'd say the biggest return of the decade. By far. CM Punk versus Darby Allin. Now, unfortunately, I missed part of this match because I was dealing with a dumbass in our Discord. And I mean a straight up dumbass. This guy was just obnoxious all damn day. Would not leave people alone. So when I'm done with this, someone's probably getting kicked from the Discord. I'm just letting you know now. Because I've had it with him. I have no time for stupid, obnoxious people. That's not what that Discord is for. It's about having fun. It's about, having a great conversation, sharing stuff with each other. Not being annoying little dickhead. Especially when you know that someone is struggling and you just keep needling them and needling them and needling them. Oh, yeah, they're done. They're done. They may not know it, but they're done. No, I got no time for that. I care about the people in there, believe it or not. Some people just think, oh, they're just, doing all this stuff just to earn big bucks. I can tell you we're not earning big bucks. We grew a community and we actually care about that community. And if there's a jackass in it, we're kicking them out. Period. Plain and simple. There you go. But if you want a nice little community to go into that's not as toxic as, say, Twitter or Facebook, check out the TNI Discord. I'd say jump in the Smash This Podcast one, but there's really no activity. There's not many people in there. So I'm probably going to discontinue it soon, unfortunately. But that's okay. The TNI one, there's like almost 150 people in there. So it's a nice amount of people. It's good stuff. It's good stuff. Yeah, Critical Sting, behave yourself. I know exactly what you were going to say. Behave yourself. All right. The CM Punk match. For what I did see of it, it was good. It was very good. He still got it. They told a great story in the ring. And folks, the main chapter of that story is, if you don't know, does CM Punk still got it in the ring? Does he still got it? And like I said, they told a great story in the ring because that was the whole thing, was everybody was watching every move of his very carefully. How was he going to react to Darby? Was Darby Allin going to get one up on him? And I didn't I didn't want to assume anything. Remember, like I said, I say this a million times. I say this almost every show. Never assume. I mean, you can say, oh, yeah, well, of course, I knew CM Punk was going to win. Of course he's going to win. But what if he didn't? It'd be a different story, wouldn't it? I think people would love him, but there'd be some there'd be some people that said, I knew he didn't have it in him. But he did. So when I have the time tomorrow, I'm going to go back and I'm going to watch this whole thing. RK says Punk showed that he wasn't exactly the same, but he can still wrestle. Yeah. I don't think, I'd say they told a good story, but I wouldn't have called it a 5-star match, because they told the story of Punk was unsure of himself. And he said this a few times. He absolutely did not say during the last 2 weeks, I ain't scared, I ain't worried, I'm back. I mean, he said, I'm back quite confidently. He's excited to be back, but as far as getting in that ring and putting on the tights again, or in this case, well, instead of trunks, it was tights, which was different, because I was like, okay, now take off the pants. Thought he had some like rip away pants. No, he wrestled in tights for the first. I can't remember the last time I saw him in tights. I don't know if he's ever worn tights. So yeah, that was different. It was like old man Punk. No, I'm kidding. He's older, certainly a little more wiser. He'd have to be, right? At least I'd think so. That's me. That's just me. But yeah, for what I did see of this, was a lot of fun. Told a good story in the ring. I'm going to watch the whole thing back, probably, like I watched, his entrance from a few weeks ago about 10,000 times in 3 days. I'm not going to watch this match that much, but Critical Sting says Punk ain't no Garza. No, he's better than Garza. There you go. We get the announcement. Well, I should talk about the end of the match. Sting comes out. So Sting was not out there with him. Sting comes out after the match, and men in tights. You're funny. Dongzilla? That's cute. That's cute. Dear God. So Sting comes out, and they both have a cool moment with Darby. Darby's tough. Holy shit, is he tough. This kid, I tell you, gets up on his own, doesn't want the help, and then slowly, cautiously shakes Punk's hand. Punk shakes Sting's hand. And I thought for a split second that we were going to get like a heel Sting, and this would be like the complete heel turn from, because, Darby had to heel it up a little bit going into this, He's cocky. The kid's cocky. He's confident. He said a few things that were a little heelish going into this. I don't remember exactly what it was, but I remember seeing a few things online, and I was like, ooh, that's not like Darby. Well, it is like Darby, but we usually don't think of it like that. But this is different, getting aimed at a guy like Punk. It was like, interesting. So I thought maybe Sting would, scorpion drop or whatever it's called, Punk, and that would have been, oof, that would have really shook the place, eh? But no. Dongzilla is the Baron? Baron? Dear God. What is up, brother? The old Baron from the Ramblers. First podcast family I was associated with. Hope all is well, dude. If some of you have been watching me for several years, and you know who the Ramblers are. So, but yeah, so then Punk celebrates alone in the ring, has a great moment. Full Gear announcement for November 13th. Apparently they changed the date. I guess it was on a Sunday. Now it's on a Saturday. I don't know what's around that. Much love, brother. Love the hat on the dog, too. Is that your dog? Beautiful dog, if it is. Yeah, I think they changed it. I saw some people online saying that they changed it. I don't know if they're going to change the location, but we'll see where things go over the next few months. But it's November 13th, and I'm pretty sure it's on a Saturday. QT Marcel versus Paul White. It was a match I almost forgot we were getting tonight. No offense, big guy. No offense. This was short and sweet. It was cool to see Paul White back, but he gave QT what he deserved. You know, he knocked him out. He knocked his ass out. Pinned him 1, 2, 3. Not really too much else to say about that. Baron says that's Maggie Moo, the queen of the house. Beautiful dog. Beautiful dog, brother. Beautiful dog. Excuse me. Oh, Full Gear's in St. Louis. Okay, so that's the same. All right. I was thinking they moved something else. Team Twitch. What's up, Bill? How you doing tonight? Did you watch the show? We then get the announcement for what we're getting this Wednesday. Mox versus Suzuki in Mox's hometown. I'm assuming that's going to be the headliner. Ruby Soho is going to be there. Her Dynamite debut. And then Dustin Rhodes versus Malachi Black. And then we're probably going to have a lot more, we'll call it fallout from All Out. But say that 10 times really fast. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to Dynamite. Should be a lot of fun. God, you can't believe we're getting Suzuki versus Mox. And then just so that, I mean, that's a big match. That's a pay-per-view size match on a Dynamite. And now all this other stuff that we're going to get to in a little bit is going to also creep its way into the show. Look, oh my God, I just got goosebumps just thinking about it. Crazy. AEW just got 10 more levels of crazy, folks. I'm here for it. I am so excited. I may not look that excited. It's been a long day. So, and that was a long damn show to watch. The old bone is, trust me, I'm excited. If I'm still getting goosebumps from wrestling, trust me, I'm excited. Paul, everyone's doing okay. That's an interesting question, Caretaker. It says, how many vets are going to fight Malachi Black? I got a feeling he's going to have one of those long, slow undefeated streaks, and they're going to keep him far away from a lot of championships. And then all of a sudden, when the time is right and they actually start focusing on his record and his undefeated streak, that's when they'll spring him into either the TNT title shot or the big one. It's a good question. I mean, there's plenty of veterans he can go through. It just depends on. I mean, he just took care of what's the hell's his name? Johnson. He just took care of Johnson. Johnson's a young kid. But he took out Cody. He took out Arn. He took out what? Took out Fuego. Fuego's not a vet. I think that was right before he got signed. So that was like, oh man, he's definitely getting signed after that. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. I don't know, but I'm enjoying this. You know, it's one of those that's like it's a focal point of the show, but it doesn't have a championship tied to it. You know, it feels like Miro without a championship. It also feels big like Jade Cargill in a way. You know, it's something special. It's something unique. Kind of like MJF or Wardlow. They're not out there all the time, but you know there's something special. Similar but different. So we'll see. Raven. Yeah, Raven. I don't think Raven's getting out there. But that'd be fun. That'd be fun. If he could still go, that'd be fun. And then on to the main event. This was actually a lot better than I thought it was going to be. Because like I said, by this point I was exhausted. But I was still excited because I knew what was coming. At least I thought I knew what was coming. Yeah, we got more than what we thought was coming. Like if you thought that Bryan Danielson, you know, that's you got to get used to saying that again. It's not Daniel Bryan. And I could tell the announcers when he showed up, they had to pause for a second because they almost said Daniel Bryan. I could tell. Bryan Danielson. And Adam Cole is all elite, baby. What a night, folks. Seriously, what a night. But this main event, Kenny Omega defending his All Elite World title against Christian Cage, the Impact World title holder. Now, I'm sure there's some Impact fans out there that are going to say this was really bad. But at least Kenny didn't beat him on Impact. You know? At least we didn't get that. So, well, and I said this going into the whole, this feud that really kind of felt like it came out of nowhere. Because I had pretty much taken a week off and I did some catching up. So I caught all the Christian Kenny Omega stuff as it blossomed late, you know. Found out about the championship spot that was going to happen on the, was it the first episode of Rampage? That kind of blew me away. I was like, whoa, we're getting that? So I was excited about that, but I also, you know, had some of the same sentiments about, well, what happened to all the guys that were getting to push on Impact? What happened to those guys? I could understand that too, you know, there's that. There was also the worry of True Colors. What's up, man? Good to see you. There was also the worry that I saw a lot of people saying that by the time All Out came around, Kenny and Don were going to end up getting Christian Cage to put his Impact World title on the line again. And it was going to end up being title for title again at this show. So then Kenny would walk away with both titles by the end of this pay-per-view. I'm glad that didn't happen. But I was happy that Christian did go out there holding the title, and they did announce him as such. I've noticed that. Whether it's the Good Brothers or Christian Cage, they've been very prominent about, or consistent, I should say. They've been very consistent about saying they are the Impact champions, whether it be tag champions, world champion, whatever. They've been very consistent about that lately, and they don't say it with disgust. They say it with a bit of pride, like, hey, he's a world champion, or hey, they're the tag team champion. I mean, there is a little more, hesitation with that, with the Good Brothers, because they're such assholes, they're such heels, but it's not as bad as it was before. Although Tony Schiavone still can't stand Don Callis. Doesn't hold anything back. Just calls him an asshole right on the pay-per-view, or a piece of shit, or whatever he does. It was just hilarious. And Christian does too. He doesn't hold back either. But this was a lot of this was a lot of fun. I mean, Kenny really. I mean, Christian did get some offense in, but Kenny really gave it to Christian here. My God. But it also showed how tough Christian is. This wasn't one of those things where it was a 5-minute match and Kenny finished him off with a, one-winged angel or whatever. No, they told a decent story and they had some great spots. Poor Christian. I mean, I hope he's okay for the tapings coming up in a week and a half or whatever it is for Impact Wrestling. That one table spot where the table legit exploded into pieces and the leg came through the board, the wood, and went into Christian's side. Yeah, that looked ugly. And it didn't show stuff right away, but by the end of the match, when Christian was laying there after the pin and they were kind of kicking him and beating him down at the end, they did one of those, aerial views over him, like a camera looking down at him. And there was a spot on his, under his ribs full of blood about that big. That was ugly. So when they replayed that, yeah, Violets, that was crazy. It was absolutely crazy. What channel is Impact Wrestling on? Access TV. And if you don't have Access TV, you can pay 99 cents and watch the YouTube on their YouTube channel on a weekly basis. Oh, he had blood coming out of his mouth too. I didn't catch that. Crazy. Paul Nelson gives the number of the channel he watches Impact on. God bless you, Paul. God bless you. Oh, man. It's not 340 around here. It's 12. What is it? Channel 1266 or something. It's way up into thousands. Because we have like 3,000 channels. It's ridiculous. Silly. But anyways. Good main event. Kenny Omega ends up beating Christian Cage. Of course, there's some shenanigans. And then Kenny Omega gets on the mic and starts talking about no one's going to beat me. Not this guy, not that guy, not even dead people. And as soon as he says dead people, the lights go out. And this was, of course, a wink, wink, and a nod, nod back to 6 years ago or whatever it was, when on BTE, that first couple of years, when Adam Cole was on there and they were all in Ring of Honor, and they killed off Adam Cole just as he was going up north. It's hard to believe it was that long ago, right? But they killed him off on their YouTube show. They poisoned his monster or energy drink or whatever it was. But yeah, they've been teasing this for a while. Kenny Omega just did too. So yeah. So Adam Cole comes out. And oh, did he get a pop? Now it's interesting because there was stories just 24 to 48 hours ago that he was still negotiating with WWE. But apparently those negotiations didn't go very well because he is now all elite. Now I'll be honest. I have not watched a lot of his stuff from NXT. I really got away from the product over the last few years. But I know he's done some great things there. The thing is, a lot of people that were in NXT, constants, main eventers in NXT, did not want to go to the main roster. Because we've seen what Vince has done with people like Adam Cole on the main roster. And one of the negotiation points is apparently Adam Cole has built up a really significant audience on his Twitch stream that he's very thankful for. And he said he is absolutely not letting go of that. And well, what is WWE going to do? You can't take that away from a guy that's done that, especially when he's already got 3/4 of himself out the door. What are you gonna say? Oh, sure, you can stay and you can keep that, and then what? Take it away from him? Who knows? Who knows what they would have done? They'd have pulled some shit. So, keep thinking Michael Cole. Yeah, it's Michael Cole's brother or nephew. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, so I'm excited to see Adam Cole here. And then, so he gets in the ring and it looks for like a half a second like he's there to help Christian Cage, and they all back up, and then, oh no, they all hug Adam Cole and they kiss him on the cheek just like in the old days. That, you remember that Ring of Honor? That was part of their entrance, and the Young Bucks would kiss him on the cheek. Oh my God, that was hilarious. I almost forgot that. What a riot. And he gets on the mic and he's like, you didn't think I was going to attack these guys. I love these guys. So not only is Adam Cole all elite, or all part of All Elite Wrestling, he is with the elite. So that group just got even more dangerous now. And just when you think that's the last surprise of the night, and I was really hoping that wasn't going to be the last surprise of the night, because when the lights went out and the music hit again, I could tell it was, well, okay, so we didn't get the Europe. It's the final countdown, okay? We didn't get that, but that's okay. Because you know what, damn it? We got Bryan Danielson, formerly known as Daniel Bryan. And a flight of the Valkyries kicks in, and the crowd is on their feet with the giant yes, yes, yes chant. He runs down to the ring, and he's there helping Christian Cage get up, helping Luchasaurus and Jungle Boy get up, and there's this group on this side of the ring, and there's this group on this side of the ring, and of course the elite scatter. But before they can all scatter, Daniel attacks. Which one was it? Was it Nick Jackson? And just kicks the shit out of him. I think it was. So yeah, Nick Jackson had a rough night. Or one of the Jacksons. Well, they both had a rough night. They lost their titles, and they went down to celebrate with Kenny, and they're like, "Yay! You're still champ, but we're not." So that's the next couple BTEs are going to be very interesting as well. So there's going to be a big drama thing. Like Adam Cole's like, "Come on, guys, cheer up! I'm back from the dead," and the Young Bucks are going to be like, "Yeah, but we don't have our titles. Yeah, you're back," and blah, blah, blah. There's going to be something like that. So, yeah, it's going to be crazy. So yeah, this was this was a lot of fun. We got so many debuts. We got some surprises. Oh, man. This, I really feel like this company is really going to start turning some heads, but I try to be realistic at the same time. I know there's also going to be fans out there going, "Oh, WWE is dead. Tony Khan might as well throw his show on Monday nights and start the Monday Night Wars." No, you know what? I don't want that. Stay on Wednesdays. Wednesdays is good. Okay? I'm good with that. I like having Mondays off. I can do whatever. I don't have to worry about watching 3 hours of Raw and being in pain by the end of the 3 hours. I can catch up on other stuff in the weekend that I might have missed, or I can do a jacked up jukebox or review a documentary or whatever. And sometimes, most Mondays lately, I just don't even do anything. Technically, I should, but I don't. Because it's just nice to just kick back and just watch whatever sometimes on a Monday. You don't feel like you're chained to the USA Network. Such a wonderful feeling once you finally figure that out. It really is. It's a great feeling. It's almost like quitting heroin. No, I'm kidding. So yeah, amazing pay-per-view. Let me know if you're watching this. If you're watching this on a replay, let me know your favorite parts of the pay-per-view. What was your favorite match? Whatever. Let me know. But hey, it was a long day. I'm going to get the hell out of here. Going to have a little snack and call it a night. And just hold on to your butts, folks, because, man, this company's about to get even crazier. Got Minoru Suzuki versus Mox. The Elite just got more powerful with Adam Cole. The American Dragon, Bryan Danielson, is here. Ruby Soho. And CM Punk, after 7 years, just had his return match in what is going to be called the biggest show of the year. Can't wait to see what other people are saying about this show. The goosebumps are real, folks. This is going to be a lot of fun. But on our way out of here, you know what to do. Smash that like button. Smash that sub button. Ring that bell for notifications. Why? So that you know when more of my content hits your screen. All right. Gosh, I don't know what I'm going to do tomorrow. Should probably watch Trent's show, hey? AAW. Folks, if you haven't watched Destination Chicago, Trent's company, AAW Pro out of Chi-Town, go check it out. They had a hell of a show this past weekend. Trent actually talked a lot about it on the free family dinner that we did Saturday night as opposed to tonight. And it was free. Usually it's Patreon content, so go check it out. It's a little long-winded. It's almost 3 hours, but damn, it was a lot of fun. All right, so We'll check you later, folks. Have a good one. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, especially if it's an extended weekend for the holiday, Labor Day, or whatever it is. Be safe. Much love. Good night.